Willie D Live.
Did you follow the Young Thug YSL case?
Yeah, I read up on it, because I wasn't too familiar with who he is. I'm a little bit older than that rap generation.
Yeah. I asked the question because Lil Woody obviously didn't get the memo about, not doing a lot of talking and stuff like that because he was doing his own thing.
Lil Woody, that's the witness.
That was the witness
that kept saying my head hurting.
The star witness.
Okay. Yeah,
the star witness for the prosecution.
That case was a mess. And that's not even me saying it. That's the third judge saying it. That case went through two, and then the third one, Judge, I think her name was Whitaker.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. She said this case is a mess, and she really excoriated the prosecution because it's like you're trying to put this is her words, that you're trying to put this case together as you go along, and you started prosecuting this man in 2022. Why are we still here in 2024 with your case, the prosecution's case? And then you mentioned Little Woody. One of the problems the first judge had was that he had, in law we call it ex parte, which is Latin for meaning one side only. Well, a judge cannot talk to one side only, period. No, everything has to be shared with the prosecution and the defense. But this judge had this ex parte, one side only meeting with Little Woody and the prosecution. And that's when Young Thug's lawyer, the defense counsel, said, "You can't do that, Judge. What are you doing?"
And which judge was this?
That was the very first judge. I can't think of the brother's name. It was a man. It was a male.
I remember the judge. I know what he looks like, but I can't remember his name.
And all he kept saying is, "How do you know we had this meeting?" And the defense attorney was like, "That's not the point. You had one without us." Mm-hmm. And they were trying to, what the defense attorney was alleging is that the judge was trying to get Little Woody to speak or something like that, or to testify. I'm not sure because I wasn't there, obviously, but that was the problem. And the judge threw the the defense counsel in jail for him being in contempt because he said, "If you don't tell me how you found out about this meeting, I'm going to hold you in contempt." And he did. He said, "I'm not telling you, but you can't do it." Well, after he had him in contempt, he went to jail. They let him out. Then that judge got removed from the case. And the second judge comes in. I think her name was Judge Ingram. These names I might be messing up, but I think it's Judge Ingram, Shakira Ingram, I think it is. Well, she came on the case as a judge, and she said, "Oh, wait, I can't even do this because I have a professional working relationship with one of the deputies." So they got rid of her.
Do you think those judges may have been planted?
Oh.
Because, I just don't see how they could be so incompetent, how the prosecution, that's not even the prosecution. Mm-hmm. That is the state. How the state could be so incompetent, how the judicial system could be so incompetent to allow them to be. This is a big case. This is something that the world going to view. They know this is a huge case. There's a lot of interest in this case. Mm-hmm. So that means that it's going to be under a microscope, which means that the prosecution, the state should go out of their way to make sure everything is done correctly.
I can tell you, Willie D, that Young Thug, being a big-time rap artist, he had the resources to expose all that. Because had it just been silly Illy Willie down the street being charged with this.
Silly Illy Billy, don't say
Silly, no, not Willie. yeah. Silly Illy Billy down the street who didn't have resources. Yeah. They never would have caught it.
Right.
But for Young Thug being resourceful as he is, I understand he's a very, very famous artist, so he had the resources to hire a good legal counsel, and they got to expose all of that. So much so to where the final judge who came in, Willie D, I think it was Judge Whitaker, the final judge, she excoriated the prosecution, said, "You guys are just wasting the court's time, and if you don't make a deal, I'm going to declare a mistrial."
Were you surprised that the judge called out the prosecution like that?
Not at all.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it like in person. I've never seen it like in real time. I've seen it on movies where the judge, it's really theatrical and dramatic, but I've never seen it in real time.
Not at all. Judges don't want you to waste the court's time because these judges have a docket of cases that they're trying to get to. And so when you come to a trial where it's taken 2 years, the O.J. Simpson trial didn't even go 2 years. Tupac's trial to go, I mean, just like, what's happening here? Get it done. And she kept catching them fumbling the ball. So she's like, if you don't get it done, I'm going to declare a mistrial. Go make a deal. And that's when they made the deal late that night, which was so weird. And that's why Young Thug was able to plead out to I think he got probation for whatever. But his co-conspirators who they indicted, they took plea deals early, I think.